Hey guys, just wanted to make a quick video showing you guys that we ended up completing 6 of the icon swaps. I just put them in like in a random team here that you guys are gonna see. So they're just chilling in here. I did all 6 of them. We played the squad battles matches. We played the online matches. I'm gonna tell you guys this is entirely up to you, right? If you guys want to do this or not, like, because I know that people have their own reasons for wanting to be in certain areas in the game and whatnot, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is what I did to get these cards, okay? For Division Rivals, you guys know that I'm a capable, like, Division 1 player, right? Capable. But I literally relegated myself all the way down to 500 skill rating, okay? 500. The reason why I did this is because doing these objectives in the higher divisions is just not worth it. Like, I have no pride in getting losses anymore on the accounts because the whole concept of the game, and I've made plenty of videos in the past explaining how the gameplay contents, the gameplay game modes, the balance between everything is wrong. This is the right game mode to have in the game, just not in the current setup, right? Because it has to be a separate game mode, and then there needs to be a game mode that would have like 0 to 1200 skill rating and then 1200 plus skill rating, like those halves of matchmaking, right? A game mode separately with that, and then that would be cool to like do you know, the objectives and whatnot. But you know, doing objectives like this in the higher divisions when you have to use very mediocre players because you needed like first owned players, not necessarily an ideal situation. So I relegated myself. I don't have a pride thing in the record anymore because there's just no point. I already made a video specifically telling you guys that this is what I'm going to be doing because it's just annoying that it's the only game mode that they have where you actually get rewards from and then you can actually play regular FIFA in. But it is what it is. I'm going to show you guys the objectives that I ended up completing. So the week 2 gold ones is fireworks, so I have to do the bicycle kick. I guess I just do crosses. What I'm thinking with the bicycle kicks is I might just like right stick click in and then flick the ball backwards and then hold L trigger and then shoot the ball, right? I think that's what I'm going to go for on semi-pro difficulty. If I'm ever like through on goal, I have to be like around the general middle area for me to pull it off, but I think that's how I'm going to be able to do that. The play online ones is obviously like just playing more division rivals games, so we're almost done doing that as well. That's 500 XP left. Squad battles, the way I've been doing squad battles, because there's a thing on Reddit, and I love that this is a thing, and I hope EA never nerfs it because it's fucking annoying to play against squad battles, is you basically score 1 goal, and then you go into your opponent's half of the field, just on the edge of the area, do a fake shot, and they don't chase after you. So you have to kind of like find the right area to do it. But when I did that, they didn't chase me anymore. But we basically completed everything. So we got the icon swap singles with the Mexican MLS players. I didn't buy any of the players. I just used the ones that were in my team, and then I played on whatever difficulty it was that I had to play on. So world class difficulty, legendary difficulty. The Italian one, we had like a few decent players. Like we had Eder from the Chinese league, not the special versions. We had like Jorginho. Oh, no, we didn't have Jorginho. Jorginho was after. We had Bellotti and stuff. So capable shooters on the ball. So you know, there's that too. Famous Roussillon, I did that. Bolaya, I did that. Those are 2 cards that I will be using in the future for the fun concept for sure. And then the rest of these I did as well. So the Zidane one I did, and then blah, 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 right? So the only ones that I have to do that are like specific objectives is the bicycle kick one. Online, that'll happen naturally. Squad battles, that is a forced one. But then at nighttime when I'm just watching streams, because I like to watch like these GTA RP streams. They're really fun to watch. I just kind of like score that 1 goal. I'll play on like the beginner difficulty and then just let the game play out until it's done. So we're almost done doing the objectives. Soon we will be able to try out Ivan Perisic's card, which is 3,877 XP away. So 3,000, so that's 1,500, 2,500. So I can only get 2,500 XP currently. 2,500 XP. We'll be doing the daily objectives as well to go do all that, and then we'll get Perisic in probably like a couple days to try him out. If we do stream, I'll also go get Storyline Batshuayi as a player review as well. If I were to use both of them, so with Batshuayi, I would definitely give him a Hunter card because we're looking at someone with 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. If I give him a Hunter, his dribbling wouldn't necessarily be a problem because I've dealt with worse, to be honest, and it would be like a really fun concept with this card. So I think that a +5 in the finishing and a +10 in the shot power and stuff would be very, very nice, with the +10 in acceleration and sprint speed. So I think it'd be a pretty usable card. We could do a review on that, but I would have to get it from somebody else's account because I'm not going to be able to do. I'm not going to do it myself. Perisic looks really good, so I would obviously slap a sniper on him because of the fact that he already has 88 shot power. I can increase his composure even more, and increasing the pace would not be an issue for me because I do need a capable striker up top for my Bundesliga team. So it's kind of cool that they're like these are like the gameplay objectives I wish I did in the beginning of the year because I would have got like Louis Zaha. I would have gotten like Oxlade-Chamberlain or Gelson. I don't really care too much about Gelson because of the 3-star weak foot, but I would have probably done Oxlade-Chamberlain for the fun concept. But Bundesliga team looks like this so far, so I'll show you guys what it looks like. These guys are all like untradables, by the way. So with the right back position, I'm kind of debating on whether or not I want to do Piszczek. Coutinho with a Hunter card would be really sick there. Witzel's pretty cheap, doesn't really cost too much to do, so I would definitely have done his card as well. I got Julian Brandt. Just this Julian Brandt card, if you give him a Hunter, he's actually like pretty solid. He's not bad at all. His dribbling doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, I think Perisic, I think the way I would set up the team, generally speaking, would be like a 3 at the back formation, where I would have it basically set up like this, essentially, or if it's like the left forward version of it. And then I would have Coutinho up top. I would have Perisic over here chilling on the left side. So let's go ahead and get his nice little concept here. I wish you could collect both Batshuayi and Perisic. I don't like that you have to choose between the two because it'd be cool to just get 2, right? It's not really hurting anybody either. Coutinho, we could make him a left mid. In that position because I think Sancho, honestly, I mean, I would give him a Hunter card, but he would still annoy me from time to time for sure. Because they would get a +5 in the finishing, +10 in the shot power. Don't know what the long shots would be like, but they're untradeable players. That's the only reason why I care to have them in my team. Roussillon we put on the middle over here. And it'd be like a complicated setup. I might even just use like a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-3. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but just for an example. But that's pretty much it, guys. In regards to like the whole Bundesliga team setup, I'll show you guys the other teams that we're working with in regards to future objectives that we could be doing. I have a league copy Portugal 2. I don't need this. These are the concepts. What I want to do, because people have been asking what icon swaps that I'm going to go with for my concept of quote-unquote fun, considering how the gameplay is, I'm going to be going for Figo and Raul. I don't like that these cards are coming out in March. I think that's way, way, way too long. I think like beginning of February, mid-January, I would say mid-January even, would be ideal because Team of the Season is going to be coming out, Team of the Year is going to be coming out. By the time I can get both Raul and Figo, it's kind of like, there's like, generally speaking, there's better cards that are out, right? But anyways, Raul, the reason why I want to get him is because his dribbling is already fantastic. If I give him a Hunter card, he gets a +5 in the finishing, a +10 in the shot power, blah, 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 right? He's a person who is 5'11" with a 4-star weak foot, left-footed. Yes, his passing is not the greatest, but he's going to be playing as a striker for me personally if I were to use him in my team, right? And the thing about Raul is because he's a center forward, I can play him in the cam position and the center mid position for the pre-game tactics, just to get chemistry links with whoever I need to get chemistry links with, right? Because the problem I have with my team right now is that center mid position with William Carvalho, he needs to get the links with everybody, right? So if I got Raul, I'd be able to do that easily. Luis Figo, it's because of Renato Sanchez and because it's freaking Luis Figo. I regret not doing Season 1 objectives, which I think, personally, should still stand nowadays. I don't think that should go away. Listen, I've been watching a lot of videos in regards to people saying, but SBC content shouldn't come back. Oh, but this should be like a one-off. No, it shouldn't. Because the game should be about trying cards, and if you don't get the card during that time, you should always have the chance of getting back the cards. I don't agree with that whatsoever, because the game, in my opinion, the cards should always be there for you to be able to unlock. I don't think it should be like this is the live content for this thing right now, and if you don't get it, you don't get it in general. No, do that for specific things, but for cards, let me have fun with the cards, okay? Like, if you decide to do the SBC for more expensive, you still had 2 months on top of most people that were using that card anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my point of view in regards to that. But I want to kind of show you guys if I were to get Raul and Luis Figo in this team, what it would kind of like line up in, right? So this is just like a concept team, so I would actually remove this one because this is not what I would use. The concept team that I would use would be this one right here, and I'll show you guys how it would line up. So there's a lot of players that I'd be able to remove that, like, they're fun. I'm gonna have them in another team, but just not for this team. So the way it would be lined up would be probably a 4-5-1 setup. I would have Balassi chill on the left side. Gonzalo Guedes would be chilling over here. This card would be removed because I think Jetson Fernandez is the only real usable one I can use right now. Or it wouldn't be Jetson Fernandez, excuse me. It would be like this. Let me show you guys. So I would take Corona out. William Carvalho would play probably over here, right? And then over here, I would play. Oh wait, I have Renato Sanchez. Excuse me, I keep backing out of these things. Actually, I don't think I would line it up like this. No, I think it would be a 4-3-3 because I could use Acuna in a team potentially. I'm not really sure exactly what I would do yet. But in this team specifically, like, I can do so much with Figo and Raul. Like, just like this, right? When you see this setup, I can put Acuna over here, right? And I could put Raul over here. And I could put Luis Figo over here, and I get full chemistry links. Or I would put Raul in the middle here, and then I would have to switch some. There's a lot of things I could do with. But with Raul and Figo, like, Figo gives me the links specifically to Renato Sanchez, and I want to be able to use William Carvalho and Renato Sanchez together. So, because I think Renato Sanchez is a freaking monster in this game, and it'd be beautiful to use him instead of Jetson Fernandez. So, because these guys, they're good, but they still need links. They still need upgrades from the Europa League matchups, right? So that's just my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it in regards to the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Just want to kind of like catch you guys up on some things in regards to what the teams look like and all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.